Good morning, blessing. Clarion. Clarion, that's what it is. Yo, so I was talking to my girl. And I'm like, brother, I mentioned you. I'm like, there's a guy. Oh, beautiful, my brother. There's a guy in my TikTok live. I was talking to her. I'm like, there's a guy in my TikTok live who has a really fucking badass name. Starts with a C. And I was telling her, I'm like, I can't think of it. What's it called? And I'm like, I think it's I forgot what the fuck I told her. I think it's what the fuck did I think your name was? Oh man, I'm blanking out right now. I have to fucking text her off at 7 a.m. and I'm at the gym right now. Good job, Clarion. What a fucking badass. Hi man. What's up, brother? How are you, Bubba? How are you? How are you doing? Dude, what the fuck's his name? Oh, I was like, yo, where the fuck is all this water coming from? I want the rice, actually. Today's breakfast is gonna be completely different. Yo, I'm like wondering where did all this come from? Good morning. What's up, fam? Good morning, YouTube. And I'm on here a little late, but what was I doing? Productive. Oh, my hips, dude. My hips are fucked. Good morning. Grand rising. Are we done with the water on the floor? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, we have a couple different things. I really want to clean this, actually. We have bananas. Yeah, we're going to have bananas. We're going to have some honey. And we're going to have, we have a knife, too. Good morning. Grand rising, you beautiful people. Today's breakfast is going to be so fucking... What's the straight line on the eyebrow? Or is that a scar? I always wondered. Oh, I just like to do it, bro. I've been doing this since 2014. Good morning, Rebecca. It's where I'm at. Oh, it's 9:20 where I'm at. I've always had little dashes here since 2014, since I was in fucking college. I know I liked it. I remember specifically being at my friend's place. Thank you. I was in my friend's college and we were cutting each other's hair. And then I'm like, bro, what if I just fucking slit my eyebrow? He's like, I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. It was 2014. I'm like, and I did. I had 3 little ones. I'm like, oh, this is pretty badass. I just wanted to. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing, bro. When I truly believe, I was really cocky back then, massively cocky. And I just truly believe when you're just confident with yourself, anything looks good. When you feel good about yourself, it doesn't matter what you wear. You're just gonna rock it. Bitch, I'll rock that shit. And that's how I felt. Good morning. You were saying, no, get out of here. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, TikTok. YouTube. Yo, you haven't seen me eat a breakfast in a minute. Hello, Santa. What's up, brother? Today's breakfast is gonna be really different. Good morning, Jennifer. What's up? Good morning to you. Go on, y'all. No, give me this. Grand rising. Alright, that's that. We have coffee. Yeah. Coffee. We have, which one's ready? This one's definitely ready. Alright, we're gonna have something. I'm just cutting board. I just wanted to get this cutting board. I think I'm gonna wipe it down with some water. Good morning, everybody. Grand rising, people. Grand rising. Alright, today's breakfast is different. I mean, shit, we might have some fucking turkey bacon. What's up, fam? Good morning. I think fitness to me is so much more different than just in the gym. You know, it's interesting. I was just thinking to myself, actually. Fitness to me, right? Fitness is about when you put in the work in the gym, you put in the work in the kitchen so that you can go live life freely. You get that? You're disciplined in the gym, you're disciplined in the kitchen, so then you can go enjoy life with freedom, with confidence, with energy, with clarity. You see what I'm saying? What up, Connor? How are you? My biggest fan. All right. What up, baby? through eggs. What's up? Hello, God. What's up, fam? How are you? We have egg whites. All right, take a mental note of what we're gonna eat today. Oh man, my fucking hips. Good morning, everybody. So you can build your dream body and with body weight. You can, bro. You can 100%. I'm gonna do calisthenics for like the next 30 days. I've thought about not going to the gym for 30 days and just doing calisthenics simply because I just want to do calisthenics. I was stretching this morning. My hips are so tight. Today I'll probably do some body weight workouts. Yeah, so I've thought about this. So I'll probably come out with a couple videos of body weight exercises simply because I'm like, let me take a break from the gym and just do body weight and see what I can come up with. So yeah. All right, what are we gonna cook first? Egg whites. All right, I'm mixing things up. I think it's fun to mix things up at times. Grand Rising. I don't know. How much? We'll do 200. 200 grams of egg whites. Hey, Padre, what's up? What's up, Mister? How are you doing? Good morning, everybody. If you're here, say good morning. I'll say good morning back to you, so we can be friends. I think it's important to have fucking important people in your life. So we have egg whites. If I were to make this breakfast a lot better, I would have gotten this high quality fucking things. Dude, I used to fucking wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and make my meals. That's all I do is body weight, and I'm 17 jumps. That's beautiful, brother. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can do body weight. You can do it. It doesn't really matter as long as you do something. Drink skim powdered milk for protein. I like to be an addict. Nice, brother. I feel no pain. I feel progress. Fuck yeah. It's 7 days into it. You're fucking crushing it. New Zealand right now. I like New Zealand. I used to talk to a girl who lived in New Zealand. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. How many meals do you eat a day? Anywhere between 3 to 4 meals. Good morning, Vanna. How are you, Vanna? What up? Dawn. What up, beautiful people? Yeah. Let me ask if you tried calisthenics. I have tried calisthenics, but I've never went fully calisthenics. Why? Because I enjoy the gym. I truly enjoy the gym. Right? I just pulled arm, place, messing with a mockingbird. Oh, looks like it's time for legs and core, brother. Right? If you hurt your shoulder like I have, if you hurt any upper body movement like your arm, your shoulder, it's a perfect time to work on core and legs. We're gonna have eggs. This is a fucking big. I'm on the fucking board. Put that there. And we're gonna have some honey today. Really? Yeah, and see how it affects me. Like, I think a lot of the things is Sean Edward too. I'm wearing the pain like perfume. I love that. Pain is a sign you're growing. There's also opportunity to grow. How are you? I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain. Good, bro. I'm doing good. I'm very grateful for everything I have in my life. A lower back injury. Got to keep the core strong. Yeah, I feel you on that one, bro. I've injured my back a couple times. So what do I put in my milk? What do I put in my milk? What do I put in my coffee? I put oat milk in my coffee. That's it. All right, guys. Grand rising. All right, so we're gonna have 4 whole eggs, and then I'm just gonna eat this, and then we're gonna cover nutrition. I think it's in the morning. Focus, stretch, work all day. This is the last few hours of the day. You really want to do it at the end of the day. My brother helped me put my arm back in place yesterday. That's really great, brother. I like that. Boldy Disc S1 L5. Well, I'm glad you're getting back. Strong, Alexia. Hello, Alexia. How are you? Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, you can start your fitness journey simply at home. You just got to make time for it. Like, you got to put it in your schedule. It's got to be something non-negotiable. You know, I stretched this morning. I didn't work out this morning, but I stretched because I want to get better at stretching. I want to get my hips are so fucking tight. So you have to really realize what's going to become a priority to you. That's what I've learned after training people for. So I've been working out for 19 years. If you know this, I've been working out for 19 years. I've never stopped. I've done boxing. I've done wrestling. I've done weightlifting. I've done bodybuilding. I've just been active my whole entire life. I became a personal trainer when I was 19 years old. I dropped out of college. But even after high school, I'm like, I'm not going to go to college, so I'll become a personal trainer. And then I decided to go to college for like a semester. I didn't fucking like it. I said, fuck school. And then I found another mentor, shout out to Ty Lopez, and who taught me, like, yo, like, just because you didn't go to college doesn't mean you can't be successful. Like, educate yourself, read, learn to read a lot of books, learn to be consistent with reading. Not even about reading a lot of books, just be consistent with reading. And so since 19, I've just been reading on every single day I read. Every single day. I'll be doing well. Abby, what did it do, Abby? I'm doing great. I can't complain. Living, alive, and breathing. Right? So I started to just constantly just read and apply, because you can read all day. And I've made the mistake of reading and never applying. Good morning, Sorina, Q, Sorina, Marianne. How are you, Marianne? You know, so don't make the mistake I've made of just reading and never applying. You know, it's so easy to just feel like you're being productive by reading, but you have to apply that shit. You got to test it out. If you don't test it out, you know, then you're never going to learn. And then failure. See, fuck school. I don't really like school. Because school taught me that failing is a bad thing. But in reality, in life, the more you fail, the more you learn. You know, the more you fail at something. If you failed at business, if you failed at a relationship, if you failed at fitness, if you failed, all these are just times for you to take feedback. Why didn't this work? Why didn't this work? Okay, let me make adjustments. Trying to get back in the gym, there is no trying, brother. You're either getting back in the gym or you're not getting back in the gym. You see this knife right here? If I tell you, watch, I'm not picking up the knife. This is me not picking up the knife. This is me picking up the knife. Try to pick up the knife, Alex. Now I'm not picking up the knife. Alex, try to pick up the knife. No, you picked up the knife. Try to pick up the knife. There is no trying. You see what I'm saying? You're either not picking up the knife or you're picking up the knife. Same thing. I'm trying to make it to the gym. There is no trying. There is no trying. Just be honest. I'm not going to the gym. Right? And then be like, okay, how do I stay consistent with working out? It doesn't have to be the gym. The goal is not always like, I need to go to the gym. Anybody, motherfucker, work out on a daily basis. That could be 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 squats. It can be something that you invest into yourself. You know? That workout is just as an investment into your future and to bring yourself back to a more positive state. Always remember that. The body's just a byproduct of your consistent implementation. But what we're really after is that mental clarity, right? We're after that mental clarity. Do you have a microwave? No, that's a spaceship. No, what are you barking at? Yeah, I have all different ages. But I can become really good at them. Been at the ship for a very long time. What's my purpose on here? To give you insight, right? Give you insight. That's the goal. My goal is to give you insight. All right? I've been working out for 19 years. I've had ups and downs. I've started a business, 2 businesses, okay? Like, I've had breakups left and right. I've been with many, I've had my ups and downs. I've done drugs. I've drank alcohol. I've gotten fucked up, you know? But you've never had, I've had a couple fights in my life, 100%, bro. And so my goal is honestly to just show you guys how to do it all, you know? It doesn't make you tough talking about fighting. Just goes to show you never really talk. What up, baby? How are you, baby? What up, dog? Yeah, he's like summer. What up? Bruh! Give me this. My song, dude. You can eat off the fucking board. Why not? Fuck it, dude. And again, okay. Well, you know what? I'll take the criticism, but I'll ban the criticism. What kind of coffee? I mean, just fucking Colombian coffee. Nothing crazy. Oh, he's great. Don't need to find someone else to find your strongest opponent, which is yourself. Dude, that's fucking deep. I love that. I love that. how you got into? I don't have any jokes. Dude, that's fucking deep as shit, Al. I like that. I like that a lot. Man, that's fucking deep, bro. And this guy said on YouTube Live, he said, you don't need to fight someone else to find your strongest opponent, which is yourself. That's fucking, jeez, that's really good. Yeah, the real, yeah. Colombian coffee, yeah, it's not. Honestly, no. What coffee did I have? I had some Brazilian coffee, which was good too. Which is good. Oh, nice. I was wondering if it was a healthy kind of with collagen or something. No, fuck that shit. You don't need, no. Healthy kind. Fuck, listen. It's like the 80-20 rule. You gotta understand the 80-20 rule, right? You gotta understand the 80-20 rule. Like, fuck this, all this is healthy coffee. Fuck your healthy coffee. Like, okay. Do you have a job? I'm an entrepreneur. I own a business, right? I coach people for a living. I help men lose 25 to 45 pounds, and I give the men their confidence back. So if you're struggling with like lack of discipline, lack of consistency, you don't know what the fuck to eat. You tried to lose weight, but it's never worked out. I'm the guy to go to. Good to know because I love coffee. Yeah, fuck it. All coffee's the hell. Go fuck yourself, bro. Like, there's so many more different things that you like that are worse than you, right? Curious. No, it's good. I appreciate it, but of course. So it is to quit taking and begin doing. Yeah, for sure. These are keep talking about my nose and it looks like no chill. What about your nose? My nose, I love my nose. Oh, whoa, you know, man. Yeah, those are bad. Yeah, of course. Your veneer job is bad. I don't have veneers. I appreciate that. People that think I have veneers are fucking. I'll take it as a compliment. I don't have veneers. I actually have an underbite. See? YouTube. YouTube is such a different crowd. I love it. YouTube is such a pretty interesting crowd. He says, yeah, you have no right to call me Pinocchio. Well, Patricia, hate to break it to you, but you know what? People like Pinocchio. You know, everyone sees the movie Pinocchio. They love Pinocchio. So in turn, they love you. No, I'm not. Chris Garcia, what did you do, my brother? How you been, brother? How's the weight loss journey been for you? I ain't seen blessed, my guy. Keep doing it. Brother, you're just as blessed. If you got a roof over your head, if you got more than 2 pairs of shoes, you got some food in the fridge, you got some money in the bank, you got breath in your lungs, you got a beating heart, shit, bro, you're winning. Oh, you said my nose looks like Pinocchio. Patricia, don't start with me. I thought you quit. You didn't quit, bro. No, I didn't quit, bro. Where you been? I've been here. Yeah. Yeah. So what are we having today for breakfast? Today's breakfast is a little different than normal, okay? We're gonna have these fucking eggs on this cutting board. I'm waiting for them to get dry a little bit. Let these motherfuckers get dry. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have this shabakadu avocado. Is this the one I'm eating today? Yeah, I'm eating this one. Is breakfast as important as they say? I've heard multiple things. Alexandra, actually, I'm gonna give you advice on breakfast, okay? What's important is getting your macronutrients in there. Okay, so Alexander, whether you're trying to lose body fat, whether you're trying to build a core, whether you're trying to drop love handles, whatever it might be, you have to understand a couple things. Number one, you need to get protein in you. It's what builds muscle. It's what builds energy. Okay. Number two, carbs and fats, they're not the enemy. It's just a consumption. I remember that. And sweet potato rice cakes and rice cakes. That's not bad. Just don't overdo it. And yeah. He left. When he comes back. Right? So it's worth understanding. It's worth taking the time to understand nutrition because it's something you do every day. Imagine doing something every day and not really knowing much about it. How dumb you have to be to do something every single day and not really be curious how it works when it has a massive effect on you. You can get healthy fat from avocados. Yeah, for sure, 100%. But that doesn't mean you can't gain weight eating avocados. You can definitely gain body fat eating avocados. Just depends on everything else that you add, you know? Yeah. Are you gonna eat the whole thing? I don't know. I like to sometimes, but that's already like what? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 20. I don't know. That's like 40 grams of fat already. So I'm just be careful with that. That's what I have to be careful with. I don't like to cut it. I'm not that special. Does that make sense? Ha! For breakfast. That's so funny, Kat. Rebecca. Yeah. That's I don't know if I'll eat the whole avocado. And we're gonna have banana. But then we'll see how it all turns out. That's the biggest thing. Like banana. Yes, the knife. Grand Rising, people. I guess this, I don't know. It's literally for aesthetics. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. I'm just banana. Like I don't like to eat all aesthetically pleasing things like that. But people like it, you know? Same thing with like the avocado, right? Oh, it's horrible. Take that away. Right? I don't give a fuck. But that's just me. But you know, that's me. Hello. Day one of getting down to my fitness business. Getting down to my fitness business. Explain that. I went from 195, 135, just eating more healthy. I love it. I feel better. Of course, you made better choices. Decisions are what make our life up. Right? Give me some salt. Cool. This, we have this. Look, big ass fucking cutting board. I don't even need that much cutting board. People like when the demo. Get out of here. Do you make money from TikTok Live? Bro, they sent me $10. On a monthly basis, I make like $15 on TikTok Live. From TikTok Live. I don't make money like that from like that, right? For me, it's a marketing platform for my business. He's 5 years old. Right? I get on here to market, I get on here to present myself, I get on here to give people value, and then I acquire customers and clients from my marketing. Pretty much people trust me, I teach them and things like that. Then people work with me, I help them get what they want, which is I help them lose 25, 45 pounds, I help them feel better. What's up, baby? Sorry, sir. Let me get my egg whites. My eggs. So, what a G. What a G. There's not much. Half an avocado, a banana, we'll have some honey. Yeah, and then we'll have some honey. But that's why I don't really like it. But I'll test it out. I'll test it out. Skip breakfast. Vince, we're not gonna take advice from you, brother. Get out of here. His name is Charlie. All right, he's 7 months old, bro. Get a trainer. Best advice I can give you is get a trainer. Get a trainer. Get a trainer. Learn different commands. Get him disciplined, right? Because if you don't get your Doberman disciplined, it'll be tough. How do you get his ears up? Motherfucking, I don't know if you cropped his ears. I cropped his ears when he was like 9 weeks old. 6 weeks old, actually. Do your own house. What? And then you post them. And then you post them up. That's that. Are we going to use a fork today? I guess we need a fork. That's all. That's it. I don't really need anything else. We have avocados, we have eggs, we have salt. No, we don't need it. We got 26 things. Jesus. Do you eat red in Parma or not? I read. I choose to rent because I don't know where I want to live. Yeah. But I have to put my dog down. Today sucks ass. I'm sorry, brother. I hate to hear that. Dog a piece of egg. Who are you, my boss? No, get out of here. No, Leon has stomach issues. Leon has stomach issues. Bro, how the fuck am I gonna fit this in my fucking bed? No, gallbladder, so that gives me itches sometimes. Hold on. Let me take you guys with me. Vámonos. Nos vamos. Nos vamos. Every cringe, bust, they print. Okay. Bro, that's my dream dog. Just need a bigger yard. I mean, bro, when I got Leon, the reason I got Leon, I was living at a house. And then I moved into an apartment. But I also had my own gym, so he would come with me. Right? And I would always take him to the park. Right? Leon always went to the park. The only time where it was difficult was when I lived in Miami. I would say that. The only difficult time was when I lived in Miami. Right? When I lived in Miami, it was such a different time. Cutie eggs. He said no. Yeah, some dogs like eggs. Some dogs don't like eggs. What's up, Baba? How are you? Get out of here. But no, we're gonna teach 9:45. Beautiful. I'll eat this shit real quick. Yeah, I'll eat this shit real quick. Fuck yeah. What's a good place to live in Florida that isn't crazy expensive? Gainesville, bro. Gainesville's not that expensive. Is that? Get out of here. Yeah. Gainesville's not expensive, bro. I don't think Gainesville is expensive. Not the fucking lens. Yeah, I don't think Gainesville is expensive. So I know how to train. Before Charlie, I had a Labrador and a Rottweiler and one or two dogs, but I trained them by myself at first. They are very child. They eventually understand this. All right, yeah, good, bro. I've never had a dog before Leon. He was my first dog, so I immediately got a trainer because I'm a trainer, and I know how much training helps. I know how much having a trainer helps, so that's why I got Leon a trainer. And he got trained really good. That's why he's so obedient. Scrambled or boiled, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll have boiled eggs from the gas station. See, that's the thing. If I'm traveling and I want to stay on point, motherfucker, I'll go to the fucking gas station. I'll go to the gas station and I'll get the hard-boiled eggs, right? They come in two. So I'll get like 4 hard-boiled eggs. And then depending on my situation, I'll see what else I can do. If I'm on the road, I'll definitely get like a rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken, tuna, canned chicken, but I'll do what I can to make sure I get my protein in there so I can maintain my physique. Seeing this page, seeing you doing burpees. I'm new to fitness, so I've been reading a lot. Some say pushes work, some say I don't. What you say? So what's up, Zell? Fuck yeah, bro. First of all, I'm glad you fucking stumbled upon my shit, dude. My shit. So here's the thing, right? I would say if you're just starting with fitness, bro, I would say start with 10 minutes a day. You have to understand a couple things. Number one, right? It's not about how long the workout is. It's how consistent can you be with it. If you're coming off of not working out, a couple variables, right? Which is there's something that's stopping you, whether it's the fear of failure, fear of wasting your time, fear of injuring yourself. There's some sort of fear, number one. Number two, when you don't have structure, when you don't have a plan, it's easy to put it off. I'll do it tomorrow because you really don't have a plan. Structure is very important. Number three, a workout can be 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be significantly a lot of time, and I've been coaching people for 12 years now. And something that I figured out is if you haven't been working out, the whole point is to get you to win. When you see progress, that's when you're motivated. When you see lack of progress, that's where you're demotivated. When you don't see the results as fast as you want to see them, that's when you tend to quit.
So my thing is like, if you do the right things, then you're gonna see the progress you want to see, which keeps the momentum going. Nobody likes to do something without getting a return on the investment, and the investment is simply your time. So yeah, I would say 10 minutes a day, bro. I would say starting up, you can do push-ups one day, then squats the next day, then core, and then repeat. Oh, when I was in 8th grade for Avalon, let me say it's all this. Yeah, I started working out. My journey started at 12 years old. I started working out at home when I was in Colombia. Mm-hmm. If we don't see, then change. Yeah. Sergio Ramos. I know. I get that all the time. Yeah. Thanks. Law of gratitude, baby. I like avocado. The only thing avocado is just like. Mm-hmm. Of course, bro. I get that all the time, bro. Sergio Ramos, what's up? I will understand. Get out of here. How old are you? I'm 31. Potatoes, how does it hurt, sir? It hurts like anything in life, bro. If you've been through a breakup, tattoos don't hurt that much. As long as he's somewhere out there. Oh, speak about the dog. Sir, how'd you know they were calling you? You summoned his presence. Hi, baby. I suppose. You know what? What are is that? Alter. I thought you were fucking Taylor Swift, bro. You look like Taylor Swift. Jacob, I hope you're feeling. No, I'm not going through a breakup. I'm saying, if you've ever gone through a breakup, tattoos don't hurt that much compared to a breakup. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I think one. No, I like that. No, I switched it up today. I usually keep my. Yeah. That's the thing. Once you understand, once you understand macros a bit more, you can switch up your breakfast. The reason I can switch up my breakfast is because I understand how macros work: protein, carbs, and fats. Right? Have you been reading the Bible lately, brother? I've been reading Jesus Calling. Yeah, I've been reading Jesus Calling, but all the answers are within you. You feel me? Like, I don't open up the Bible as much as I used to. I'm reading Jesus Calling, which is pretty much scripture, but all the answers are within you. Truthfully, you can read you can read the Bible all you want, but the best way to learn to the best way to understand God is to obey Him, and it's to be have a level of self discipline. The gym or something, yeah, go to the gym, yeah, yeah. And Sabby, if you fucking yell at me one more fucking time, yeah, so, yeah, that's the biggest thing, bro. Like, there's a lot of like Bible thumpers. You know, yeah, sacrifice, absolutely. That's like the best thing you've said so far, fucking Blackburn. How do you feel now that you're on disciplined diet, that you're on a overall healthy mental? How do you feel now that you're, brother? I've been disciplined on my diet for like many years. You have to understand that. Like, feel me? I don't just because I've done drugs and alcohol, it doesn't mean I've never fallen off. You feel me? Like, I've always been disciplined in my diet. I've always had a great physique because I'm like, it's the thing that made me happy. Yeah, suficiente. Yeah. Yeah, I lose my. Who are you talking to? Yeah. Suficiente. Yeah, suficiente. But yeah, bro, are you talking in regards to like getting sober? Change macros, does it change my body weight or activity? If you can change macros, does it change my body weight or activity? What do you mean? Yeah, discipline, but I do coke all the time. What? I was disciplined in my body. You have to understand that. Wasn't doing coke all the time, right? But I was disciplined in my body, like my nutrition, right? Like fuck me, dude. I'll show you where we at. This is how I looked, and literally that same week I went and did drugs. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is how I looked in the same. And the 3 days later, I went and did drugs. Right. This is how I looked. Right. 3 days later, I fucking went and did drugs at a festival. Yeah. I went to a fucking festival with a bunch of my people. Right. I went to a festival with a bunch of my fucking people. Had a fucking Corona in my hand. Yeah. I was smoking a cigar, fucking drinking some coffee. Like I've had a great physique, even when I was fucking doing drugs and things like that. But I wasn't doing them like that. I would only do drugs like 4 times a month, 4 times a year. Couldn't feel good, perform good. Yeah. You sober now? Yeah. I haven't drank or done drugs in like a year. Yeah, because I used to drink and things like that, but I still I was but I all right, here's the timeline. All right, here's the timeline. Okay? Here's the timeline. From the age of I drank a little bit in college. I drank a little bit in college, so I don't count it. So I really never drank until I was like 25 years old. Okay? Until I was 25 years old, I never really drank. I had my first hangover when I was 25. Okay? Beep when you're done, or do you open the door behind other people? All right. So, does macro change by body weight or your activity? How do you know when to change it? Macros depend on also like your not just your body weight or your goals or things like that. It changes on depending on where you're starting off. Okay. Macros change depending on where. If you want to run 5 miles, if you want to run a 5K, but you haven't been running, and the recommended amount of miles you should run a day should be at least 2 miles, 3 miles, but you haven't been running, I'm not going to make you run 2, 3 miles if you haven't been running. So even though the goal is to run a 5K, based on your situation, you should run half a mile. See how you do. Then you run another mile and see how you do from there. So macros are not just based on your body weight. It's not just based on your goal. It's based on where are you in that moment. Like, do you even know how to track your food? Do you know how to weigh your food out? Like, if you don't know any of this stuff, then the goal, it's not about like, what are my perfect macros? Motherfucker, what can you actually get done? Right? What are you going to actually do? What are you capable of actually doing so you don't quit? The biggest thing is you started a diet. If you never quit, you would have gotten the result by now. If you would have never fucking quit, you would already had the physique you wanted, but you quit. Half the time, it would be simply that you just didn't fucking have something that was working for you. I would take it out for you. All right, you know what? Fucking Sabbath, you're muted. I'm done with this, girl. Right? Ketones are made for are the mode for all like ketones, bro. Don't even talking about ketones. I need to eat. You can't know that. Noob tuber, what's up, noob tuber? No, yeah. 100 pounds doing carnivore. That's good. Yeah, so you ate less food. That's it. You lost 100 pounds doing carnivore. You lost 100 pounds eating less. Right, and eating more protein. Carnivore diet, fasting, macros, all they mainly do is get you to eat less bullshit. All right. Colombiana. Colombia. Where did you get your eyebrows done? I don't get my eyebrows done anywhere. Thank you. Games by Cooper. What up, Cooper? How are you, my brother? You're fine. I'm not bad. Content. Nice. Nice, Arthur. What did you do, Arthur? Best way to achieve body recomposition. So that's a great question. So first and foremost, brother, it's always going to come down to having some level of structure. I'll say this fucking a gazillion times. You need structure. So you need to understand what builds muscle. What builds muscle is protein. What builds your great physique is protein. If you have body fat, if you have belly fat, if you look down, you have belly fat, you have love handles, it's because you've overdone it. You've overate. Too many carbs and fats. Most people don't overeat protein. You from Colombia? No, my mom is from Colombia. So we have to put a fucking cap on your fucking eating. That's what it really comes down to. And we have to up the amount of protein you eat on a daily basis. That is how you body recomp. Okay? And what body recomposition simply means is like, okay, I'm not just gonna eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. I'm gonna really just be very conscious about what I'm actually putting in my body. That's what I believe body recomp means. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop eating where the fuck I want to eat and being a fucking fat ass. All right, I'm gonna eat this much, and that's it. Make sense? What's worse, fats or sugar? Sugar all day. Right? What builds muscle is taking loads of, yeah, exactly. Every day I can't do 300 grams of protein. You don't have to eat 300 grams of protein, brother. Right? How can you overcome stress and problems from past with your homeboys? You get over it, bro. Right? You keep thinking about it. Like, unless, how do you overcome stress and problems from past with your homeboys? What the fuck did you do? Did you fuck one of his girls? Did one of his girls fuck you? Like, what happened? Right? Right? If you have a sweet tooth, any advice on healthy sugars? So Stutchberry, let me ask you a question, brother. Do you know your macros? Do you know how much protein, carbs, and fats you should be eating every single day? That's the first question I'll ask. He's asking, how do you deal with a sweet tooth? Well, first and foremost, the people I work with don't really get that many cravings because they're eating the right amount of food. Okay? No, bro. Boundaries for a long time. Money and disrespect. No, bro. Boundaries for a long time. For a long time. Money and respect. But give me a situation, brother. Like, give me a situation. If they're not respecting you, it's because they don't respect you. Right? I feel like if people don't respect you, you don't have a lot of self-respect. Can I OD from protein? No. So you have to understand that. I've had one person. I'm 31 years old. I've had one person betray me in my life. Just one person. A fucking deal went wrong and fucking pretty much used the money we all put in. Only one person in my life. And I truly believe the reason that I haven't had more people disrespect me or betray me is simply because I have a level of self-respect. I've been working out since I was 13 years old. I got into boxing. I got into wrestling. I got into jiu-jitsu. So I built myself as a very respectable man growing up. I wasn't always like that. I was insecure. I had low self-esteem. I had low confidence. And so I truly believe because I was working out, I built myself as a disciplined man with confidence. You number one, you can tell who's real, and then you can tell who's fake. And by that, I never really had fake people around me. You know, no respect. You don't have self-respect. Yeah. Don't see long time. I have to get some, but they say otherwise. And all people with problems, they just did like 10 years jail. I was there for the family and everything. Now they got families also. But I'm not catching. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. We don't see long time. I have to get some, but I don't get that. Looking for prey. Yeah, but I don't really see them, bro. There's a lot of vultures looking for prey. Yeah, they prey on the weak, bro. So if they're preying on you, that just means you're weak. Those girls love when you are to them instead of being Mr. Nice Guy. Um, yeah, at times. Yeah, I won't disagree with you. But you have to be playful in that sense. Right? As money for a short dude like me with no confidence. What's up, brother? I mean, you have to understand, my my height never played a disadvantage to me. So this guy said, I saw you're short of being 5'7" while ripped. That's motivating for a short dude. Let me put, brother, my height has never been a hindrance to me. Okay? But things in the past keep popping up. I need to restore the respect, I think. I mean, if things in the past keep popping up, what does that mean, though, bro? Be specific. You can't be like, things in the past keep popping up. I can't fucking help you if you're not specific. Are they calling you? Are they texting you? Like, you see me? Anyways, I didn't want to bother you. No, you're not bothering me, bro. That's the whole reason I do fucking these lives, bro. Can I eat it tonight? Get out of here. No, just those girls attracting are all the same in different bodies. Yeah. And even that's yeah. I'm 5'7". No, honestly, I'm not that tall. Are you leaving this room? What's up? I'm down 10 pounds, bro. Good job, Corey. Was forced here from Kathy against my will. No, you're not. You can leave, Rihanna. You don't have to be here. Ask away, bro. Don't force her. Right for a month. Then I asked him for a return. Then he tells me things from the past, like he's right. His right is important. His money, his family is important, but he doesn't see that he's trying everything. I hope you're better. I don't get that, right? No, we didn't, right, and he keeps telling me that it's my fault. Discussing. I mean, then just be. That's it. Cut the relationship off, bro. That's it. Andor, brother. Colombian flag. What do you eat? We're eating fucking. We just got done eating 4 whole legs, right? 4 whole legs. It's okay, Bob. How we do it? You as well. We're eating 4 whole legs. Okay. 4 whole eggs. We have half an avocado. Is it better to eat faster or slower to be able to eat planned meals? I mean, I feel like that's a serious question, but at the same time, it's like just eat, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Just eat. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, I'm still with her. This is what I do, brother. These are some of my clients. So this is my website, right? This is my website. These are my clients. I have a bunch of. You go. TheAlexDuenas.com is my website. What's that? His name is Leon. Leon. Oh, it's Nauticus. What up, Nauticus? Yeah, he's great. All right, I need to teach. It's 10:07. I need this bitch. Come on, food. Yeah. Lost sound because someone typed the web address. Right. He's a very yeah, girlfriend, bro, or kids. I have a girlfriend, no kids. I will hear with do you do meal plans or workout routine? Corey, I do coaching, bro. I do coaching. Does my coaching include a nutrition plan and workout routine? Yes. But I do coaching, bro. I don't just do nutrition plans, right? So these are some of my clients. Okay. Some people on here just fucking yeah. Best wishes, bro. Nice shorts. Just watch and you speak real facts. I appreciate it, brother. Expect more of those. Hurt my hammy when working on legs. I always pull something. You stretch, bro. You stretch and you warm up. The avocados, the fats are very filling. Will you ever give coaching, serious coaching? No way. I'll coach people till the day I die. I'm only getting smarter. I'm only getting wiser. You see what I'm saying? Nick, you go to the link in my bio and you can book a coaching call. It's a free coaching call. And we're just going to get there and have a conversation, right? see where you're at, what you do, like where you're at with your weight, what's your long-term goal, what's been the biggest struggle you dealt with. And then from there, I can tell you how I do things, how it works to look, how it looks like to work with me. And at the end of it, I always tell people at the end of it, two things can happen. Either worst case scenario, it's not a good fit. You go back to living your regular life like nothing ever changed, right? You go back to your life, nothing changed. You just took an opportunity. The other half, best case scenario, it works. You, me, get along. We work together. I help you lose 25 to 45 pounds, help you get the things that you want, more confidence, more freedom, more lifestyle, and you win. So you have nothing to lose. I tell people. You don't get bored of it? I don't get bored of, I'm down 6 pounds, putting a scale. Yeah, I don't get bored of helping people. No, I love helping people. I don't get bored of coaching because it's fulfillment. It's called self-transcendence. It's Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. The highest human need, right? The highest human need is helping others with what you've already conquered. I've conquered fitness, right? I've conquered fitness. What do you charge? Anywhere, it can be anywhere between $850 to $5,000. It depends, bro. Some people have to lose 20 pounds. Some people have to lose 30 pounds. Some people need to lose 80 pounds. So it depends on how long we're going to coach for, the intensity, and how fast you want results. So you help yourself first. I help myself every single day, right? Every single day I help myself. What do you think I'm doing here? Realistic time to lose 30 pounds? You can do that in 90 days. Yeah, you can do that in 90 days if you do it correctly, right? I'll show you one of my guys right here. I helped him lose 30 pounds in fucking 70 days. This guy right here, I helped him lose 30 pounds in 70 days. I'll show you his testimonial. Everyone's different though. Coach women, I only coach like 2 women at a time. I'm coaching 1 woman right now, right? Do you have a set rate? No. Everyone's different. But yeah, you go ahead and you can go click. You can either DM me or you can go click the link in my bio and you can book a consultation. That guy not lose skin. The guy on top. So that's a great question. I just don't exhaust yourself helping other people. You don't understand, right? Rihanna, you don't understand because you don't really help people the way I help people, right? Like you think it's exhausting helping people. It's not exhausting when you see someone lose 20 pounds. It's not exhausting when you help somebody lose their first 5 pounds in 1 week. And they're like, bro, thank you so much. Like when I get look, my client this morning sent me a message. He's like, bro, I'm taking more pictures. I feel so good about myself. I don't get exhausted getting those type of messages. I'll show you. I'll even show you guys this right here. It's like Grand Rising, brother, right? He's like doing awesome, coach, feeling lighter and stronger. I'm taking more and more pics, feeling good. I'm looking good and confident. I feel amazing, right? This is this morning. It's a Grand Rising, brother. How we doing? I'm doing awesome, coach. Feeling lighter and stronger. I'm taking more pictures. Feels good, looking good, confident, feel amazing. Fuck yeah, brother. What a fucking journey. I know. Thanks, coach. And the journey continues. Don't really want help. Yeah, he's right. Zem is correct. 100%. I do always lose like 3 pounds in my sleep because your body's burning calories as you're sleeping. You're still breathing, right? You always wake up lighter in the morning at times. This is a guy I need to criticize me, even though I don't listen, which I should. I mean, you don't listen because you don't want to listen, because it's your ego. You feel me? Which that's most people though, bro. You're not the only one, bro. A lot of people don't listen because they have egos. But then you have to ask yourself, if you're going to try to get in shape yourself, why are you still not in shape? You feel me? People are like, I want to do it myself. Okay, why haven't you done it already? It's been how many years? How many years have you been trying to get in shape? Okay. And you still haven't done it yourself. Okay. And please, is it always fun? It's not being a people pleaser because at the end of the day, people make investments, right? I'm not doing this for free. And through months of suffering, I lifted, I dropped from of surfing. Good job looking lean as fuck. Good job, bro. Ed, yeah, you're moving more. Yeah, you're moving more. Mm-hmm. How do you? Because we built muscle. We build muscle, right? You don't have you reduce the loose skin by actually filling out and having muscle. I believe the reason people All right. I believe the reason people have loose skin is simply because they just focus on losing weight. And when you focus on losing weight, you lose muscle and fat. All you're focused on is simply the scale, the scale, the scale. I can give two fucking shit about the scale. I don't care about the scale. What makes you happy is looking in the mirror and seeing the difference. Right? Right. So I can look bigger next summer. Yeah, there you go, bro. Ciao, Rihanna. Need to replace that smoothie. Yeah. Man, you're focused on the scale. Who gives a fuck? The scale is just a form of measurement. What's important is how, when you lift your shirt up, right? When you lift your shirt up, what do you see? When you when you get naked before you go shower, are you happy with what you see? As long as you see that progress, you're gonna get more excited. And that comes with understanding macros, protein, carbs, and fats, and that's what I'm really good at. Work around injuries, or are you a guy like what most people that just ignore injuries and in most cases don't do more damage? How do you manage that? That's a great question. Can you work around injuries, brother? Absolutely. So here's the thing. A lot of PTs, personal trainers that don't work around injuries is because they don't have a big enough arsenal, right? They don't have enough tools to help you, number one, lose body fat and build muscle, okay? That's number one. Number two, most personal trainers don't know about nutrition. And 90% of your results come from nutrition. Only 10% come from working out. So if your goal is to drop body fat and build muscle, you can work out to a certain degree. And if your nutrition's on fucking point, you're gonna drop body fat as long as you're stressing the muscle in the gym with not even heavy weight, with light enough weight to cause stress and tension, you're gonna build muscle. I've been working out for 19 years. I've had like 2 major injuries in 19 years. Most guys who have been working out for 3-4 years have fucking back issues, have knee issues. I've been working out for 19 fucking years. None of my elbows hurt. My knees don't hurt. My lower back is fine. 19 years of fucking hitting the weights. And it's because of the way I train. I train for longevity. So I focus on helping people who train longevity. Alcohol is my worst enemy. Also comfort and discipline to lock in. I mean, alcohol is your worst enemy. Alcohol is alcohol. Your worst enemy is the fact that you look at alcohol as a solution. Okay? So that your alcohol is not your worst enemy. Your worst enemy is you telling yourself that alcohol is going to solve your issues. It's a mindset. All you're trying to do is to numb the pain that you're going through that was given to you to make you better. The pain you have of your life is there to force you to be better, not to numb it out. You look at alcohol as a solution, but it's not. On a stationary bike and go to older page. Honestly, I always feel ripped off. Yeah, Zem. Yeah, so you just don't have somebody that you. It's like dating, right? Not everyone you date is going to be your wife, so you have to sometimes try. Should I only be eating a single meal per day? Fuck no, right? What do you think of 10K a day? That's a lot, brother. I mean, you can do fucking 30K steps a day. I don't really give a fuck. What the goal is, what is your goal, right? That's what's more important. How tall are you in centimeters? Does it look like 170, 100, I think 170 centimeters? Elbows pop. Anything to avoid it? Yeah, bro. Fucking stop benching. I play a name. I know. I get that all the time. I gotta go. They must start to have a blessed day. US Bowl, Corey. That's a mazan. No, bro. I'm not Jewish at all. Let me finish. Yeah. I'm on here to serve you guys. You have to understand that. I'm not on here for like, I want to say my own benefit. Like I'm on here to serve you. I get on here to give you as much value and knowledge that I've gained from 19 years of working out and 12 years of coaching people. I became a personal trainer because I said, fuck college. I want to do something I enjoy, you know? Do you have info on this guy? Yeah, brother, Zem, you can email me or you can go click the link in my bio. You go click the link in my bio or you can visit my website, thealexstudios.com. Are you Italian? Yo, soy colombiano y salvadoreño. Let me finish this banana so I can talk to you more about certain things. Also, if you go to my YouTube, yeah, Pablo, if you go to my YouTube, right? Well, when you want to, I have no idea. Brother, if you go to my YouTube, right? If you go to more, you can have. You can go click my link tree. There's my little community I have. There's free macro training. If you click on this, this will teach you like how to track your macros. I made this. It's free, right? Then we have my podcast. If you want to go listen to more of my podcast, right? I have a whole podcast, right? Discipline and mindset. Everyone wants it, but not everyone has it, right? And if you go in here, you can also find my website, or actually, yeah, my website and things like that. What else? Yeah, and then or you can go book a call if you want. You can go book a one-on-one call with me, and these are the dates available. So all of this is literally if you go to my YouTube, right? You click on here, you can book a call with me. You can go check out my podcast, or you can check out the macros. I'm just saying. Oh, what's up, my dude? It's me and Johnny. You remember me? How you been, Johnny? Motherfucker, Johnny who, bro? Johnny who? Best way to recover from pinch on your shoulder. Rest it, and lightweight blood flow. I'll show you guys too. It's pretty much on my TikTok too. Like if you go to my TikTok, you'll have the same link. If you go to my TikTok, you'll have the same link, and you have a couple things. You have the Doberman's community here. You'll have the free macro training. This is the macros. I teach you how to track macros. And then we have my podcast. Yeah, we have my podcast here. And then you can book a call here. Like if you go literally to my link tree, you go one-on-one coaching, book a call. You'll pick a date, right? Pick a time, select a date. You'll fill out information here, right? An application, and then you'll be set with your call booked. Yeah. Oh. Hello, Kara. Pencil's mine. All right, cool. And then I'm going to teach a little bit of a lesson right now. Let me finish this banana. I want to show film. But it's hard for me to lift every day. Okay, why is it hard for you to lift every day? Why? No. I grew up skinny too, bro. Bro, this was me at like fucking 16 years old. Right? This is me at 16 years old. Right? So when you tell me I'm skinny, I can't get, bro, I grew up fucking being skinny. So it's like you can't gain weight. That's bullshit. I was skinny too. Straight as a pencil, my friend. All right. Of course. Yeah. But that's the most beautiful thing, though, right? So someone won't allow me to gain weight. I feel like, no, motherfucker, you just don't eat enough. That's it. My metabolism, motherfucker, I grew up skinny. You have to eat more, right? Everyone is given different cards, right? Some people are overweight. Some people are skinny. It doesn't matter. It takes just as much as this one. What's harder, gaining weight or losing weight? It's the same shit. It's the same shit. You know? It's the same thing. So there's a couple topics we can cover. Do I have my napkin? Let me get my little napkin. Checking in from Baltimore. What to do, Baltimore? Let me get my going to my fucking hips, dude. This morning, no, I stretched this morning because I'm looking to open up my hips. Single. I'm single. No, I'm not single. I'm not married either. I'm in a relationship. I'm a slow ass mentality. Just work out harder, get the physique I want. Yeah, I mean, we all have fucking like if you have a slow metabolism, fuck your metabolism, bro. You just don't know how to eat right. And so you just don't know how to eat right. Yeah, suficiente. Okay, let's do this. Let me do I have kids? No, I don't have kids. I have a dog. And his name is Leon. And it's on cortisol and losing weight. Cortisol, all right, so here's the thing. Obviously, cortisol is just when you're stressed as a motherfucker, right? How do you reduce stress? Okay. Do I want kids? Yes. You reduce stress by, number one, having an attitude of gratitude. I truly believe one of the best ways to reduce stress is to have an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful. When you're stressed out, you're worried about things, right? You're worried about things. If you're worried about things, then either you can change or you can't change. That's it. Most people are worried about things that they can change but decide not to change. You know? And if you can't change it, what's the point of worrying about it? There isn't. You gotta have a lot of mindset control. You gotta have a lot of mental control. You have to have a lot of mental discipline. You know, I'm not saying I never get stressed. I think stress is actually good for you because it forces you to actually get better. But you have to understand, like, if you're stressing, you're not doing anything about it, then you're just fucking digging yourself a hole. You know? Should you drink your protein before your workout? It doesn't really matter, Bubble. You can drink your protein before your workout, after your workout. It doesn't really matter. My Instagram is the Alex Duenas. THELEX. Yeah. I'll give it to you real quick. Not going back. The features unknown. Today is all you can. Yeah, Sean. But at the same time, Sean, like, motherfucker, you said I'm ready to do this shit. Send you the link, and you never fucking booked the call, bro. Like, you're exactly where you are in life because you don't. Your word means nothing to you, bro. And just the backstory, like, Sean reached out to me, bro. I want your help. Let me get your help. Like, I really want to work with you. I'm like, cool. Here's the link. Go book your call, which costs nothing. And he never booked a call. So it's like that's exactly why you are where you are, right? Because you're like not you're not taking action. That's it, man. I can already tell when people want to work with me and they tell me, yo, I'm not happy with where I'm at. Like, I used to be this or this, like, I want to change, and they don't take action. I'm like, that's exactly why you are where you are, because you say this and you do another thing. Hear your words, hear your actions. No wonder you're out of alignment, right? You don't trust yourself, you don't respect yourself enough to follow through with what you said you were gonna do. Right? Like that, most of you guys are missing a level of respect for yourself because you're not following through with what you said you were going to do. Like your life, I can already tell why you are in life simply because of what you do, what you say you're going to do, and what you don't do. Might as well join the military at this point. No, you don't have to join the military, right? You don't have to join the military. You just got to get good people around you, right? Show us my books. My books, they're not going to change your life as much as you think. You're 100%. Yeah, bro. So fucking take action. They get you straight. No, they don't, bro. They don't. They temporarily get you straight. This is everything, yeah. But again, simply, like, you want change, right? You want change, so you have to ask yourself, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? Getting help is not a bad thing. Like, people don't realize this, that I dropped out of college, but I've spent well over 75 grand on coaches. Like, I don't want that to go over your head. Like, I've had people literally teach me how to run a business. I've had people teach me how to speak to people. I've had people teach me how to eat better. I've had people teach me how to read, how to lift. You know, I'm selling my phone. Fuck yeah, selling my phone. That's so funny. Wait, when you got your tattoos? On my first tattoo at 18, right? Accountability, yeah, and accountability feels like an attack until you're ready to change. That's the reason. Yeah, well, most people want to do everything themselves. I'm like, fuck that, dude. I have the humility to understand that I don't know everything, and my life is not getting better. Obviously, I'm trying to get my life better, but it's not working. So let me ask for help. So what was I going to talk about? Let me know if you hear me now. You know, since he's the only one to answer, we're gonna go with peptides, nutrition, motherfucking peptides. No, yeah, nutrition. Okay, you know what? I do want to go over nutrition. All right, I'm gonna go over a couple things. Right? I'm gonna go over nutrition and how it works. Look who it is, Amina. Or is the funny girl who's always here in here? The funny girl who's in here, I think is Rihanna. She's not here. She hates me. This man, this man, motherfucker can't even speak English. Okay, beautiful. Peptides. Fuck peptides, bro. Fuck peptides. Okay, it's the new thing. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's losing weight, right? As you'll see, the famous around, the more you find it in class, and you'll see that the more you fuck around, right? So, nutrition, right? Nutrition. A lot of questions that I get asked. It's like things about fasting, right? Fasting, the basis of nutrition, the basics of nutrition. Okay, let's go over nutrition. Nutrition 101. Okay. Every diet is simply the same, right? All the type of diets we have. All right. Fasting. Let's break down fasting. I've done fasting. Okay? I've done fasting. And simply is you don't eat for around 16 hours and then you have an 8-hour window. Okay? You don't eat for 16 and you eat for 8. Put a 1 if you understand that. Put a 2 if you don't understand that. This is what fasting, this is like the basic fasting, right? 16 hours you don't eat. The only thing you eat is water and black coffee. That's all you can take. That's all you can do with fasting. Okay? Then for 8, right? At the 8 hours, you get to eat. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. I've done fasting. I think it's great. I think fasting is phenomenal. But here's the difference with me doing fasting and a regular person. Not a regular person, but somebody who doesn't know about nutrition. You're still met with the same problem. This is what I found out. I found this, even at the 8 hours that you can eat, the question is still, what should I eat to lose weight, to lose body fat? When you have this 8-hour window, the first thing you're going to ask again, what should I eat? You're still at the same fucking problem. You still have the same issue, is you still don't know what to eat. That's number one. The second issue that I found out of fasting is that you're fucking starving. Right? By the time the 16 hours is done, you're fucking starving. I was starving. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking starving. I know what I can eat, but I'm going to eat a fucking shit ton of it. Okay? That's the biggest thing. I'm like, you're starving. I'm like, all I want to do is eat, bro. I've been fucking fasting for 16 hours. At times you get used to it. There's times where you don't get as hungry, but you're fucking starving. That's the way I look at it, because that's all you're doing is you're starving yourself in a way of like, you're putting yourself in a point where your body's like, okay, we need to fucking be more alert. The good thing is like, it makes you alert. Why are you yelling? Because I want to fucking yell. Girl, how many accounts do you have? 16 fasting are usually you do that unintentionally. Yeah, okay? No, but here's the thing. If you, this is what most people don't understand when you're doing fasting. If you take anything else other than water and black coffee, you're not fasting anymore. Even I love to have milk with my coffee, and that breaks my fast. Right? Anything that's not black coffee or water breaks your fast. So forget it. You're not fucking fasting. If you have some fucking milk or sugar in your coffee, you're not fasting. It must be straight black and just water. Even if you have like a 0-calorie monster, it still has like fucking 2 grams of carbs or something like that. You're not fasting. All right? So, number 3. Right? What I found out with fasting, it also shoots up your cortisol. Right? That's the thing with fasting. It depends on the person, but it sometimes shoots up your cortisol levels. Because now your body's stressing. It's like, where's food? You're hungry. So your cortisol levels tend to kind of go up. You know, fasting has a lot of benefits, but it also has cons. Okay? There's pros and there's cons. And these are some of the cons that I've noticed about fasting. Right? I would say another con, right? Would be you train yourself not to eat. That food is the problem. I think this is another con about fasting, is that you train yourself not to eat. That food is the problem. So you do lose some weight. Obviously, you stop fucking eating. Okay? But then you're training yourself like, I need to stop eating to lose it. I'm like, in reality, it's like, no, like, you're just eating the bad shit. So that's another reason why I don't like it, because I lost weight because I started fasting. So you didn't eat, right? So you didn't eat, so you lost weight. What fuck? Well, bread is fucking, that's not new. You didn't eat. You lost weight. As in when you have dinner and eat breakfast in the morning? No, it's not. What do you do? I eat chicken and tuna, but don't put weight on. Yeah, because you're eating fucking bird food. Fasting gets you closer to Jesus. That's not false. Fasting, why is it? Right? Because you're sacrificing, right? You're sacrificing food, pleasure to get closer, to have more clarity. Okay? Someone on YouTube said fasting gets you closer to Jesus. It does. But I fast by simply reducing the amount of food I eat. Someone asked me, okay, Rebecca, isn't fasting when you have dinner and eat breakfast in the morning? No, Rebecca, fasting is when you don't eat for 16 hours. 16 hours. So let's say from 9 p.m. all the way to 2 p.m. you don't eat. You only have water and black coffee. That's all you have. And then from 2 p.m., 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, to like 9 p.m., right? 9, 8, 7. Yeah, to about 9 p.m., you eat. So from 2 p.m. to about 9 p.m., you can't eat. You have that window of eating. That's your only window of eating. I don't like that, because you're telling me I have to get 180 grams of protein, about 150 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fats all in 8 hours? I can't. That's too much. I get too bloated. I don't like that. I only have an 8-hour window to eat all my fucking meals to put on muscle. I don't like that. Do you cut carbs when you're dieting for weight loss? Fuck no, bro. Fuck no. You need carbs. Carbs are energy. Carbs are energy. I never ever cut out carbs. We water fast. I go 18 hours. Feel that lifting hunt kicks in. We push more. But why are you water fasting? What's the point? Like, why are you water fasting? I want to know your reason. I stopped eating at like 6 p.m. and eat the next day at 10 a.m. Digestion so much better. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you stop eating and you give your body time to digest, you're gonna have better digestion. Absolutely. That's why it's called big fast, because bring it 100%. I retain too much water. If you retain too much water, you don't drink enough water, right? Drink more water, you won't retain water. Number one. Number two, don't eat shitty food. Don't eat food with so much sodium, right? When you have so much sodium. And number three, you don't fucking work out, Rihanna, so you're not sweating, right? You're not sweating, right? You don't have that filter system of sweating all the fucking, like sweating is so good for you. Okay, do we understand fasting a lot better, right? But if you want to do fasting, go for it. But you still need to fucking eat in this 8-hour window. You still need to eat protein to build muscle. You still need carbohydrates to fuel your workouts. And you still need good fats for your hormone balance. Any questions on fasting? Yeah, like water fast. Like, I don't know, he's not fucking answering. Why do you water fast? Fasting can be so dangerous. It's not that dangerous. Fasting's not that dangerous. It's not gonna die from fasting, right? But it's just it has its pros and cons, just like anything else. It has its pros and cons. Any questions about fasting? No questions on fasting? Perfect. We can move on. When I'm trying to lose weight, I'm 50, 5'8", 40 years old. Once every 6 months or so, fasting one time. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's every 6 months. What's your goal? What's your goal, right? What's your goal with that, right? Always about the outcome. What is the outcome? Just boy, chill out, brother. Good morning, Alex. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm 5'8", 40 years old. Okay, how much weight are you trying to lose? Let's take him for example. Okay, I'll put you on the side. Right, he's 5'8", he's 40. Right, how much weight do you want to lose, Bubba? Please, I'm not vegan. You'll die being a vegan. No, with on the YCY window, it's too small. Yeah, 100%. This we can eat at night. Yes, we can eat. Yeah, of course. I don't want to eat at night. 10 pounds. Hold on. How much do you weigh? Landeros. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh? Right? £10, yeah. 171. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. So 10 pounds. This is 171. Okay. Let me put it for example. Let me. I already can tell just based on this, right? To lose weight and gain muscle at the same time. Every one of these guys lost weight and gained muscle. Lost weight, gained muscle. Lost weight, gained muscle. All these, right? Lost body fat, build muscle. You want to do both. You want to lose body fat and you want to build muscle. Okay, I'll tell you exactly how that works. 171. Okay, it's Landros. I'm gonna take Landros for example. Great, brother, you're 5'8". You're 5'8", 171, 40 years old. Let me give you an example, okay? I'm 5'7", I'm 31, and I'm about 163 pounds, okay? I'm an inch shorter than you. You're an inch taller than me, okay? I weigh 163 pounds. Based on your numbers, right now, number one, you don't have much muscle. No muscle. Like, barely any muscle. Small muscle. You have small muscle. Because at 5'8", at 171, that's a good weight. That's a solid weight. But you probably have a stomach. You probably have love handles. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes or no? Yes, I know you do. 100%. I can already see how your body looks like. Why is that? Right? Why is that? Because you're 5'8", 40 years old, 171 pounds. You don't weigh that much. But that shows me that you have a lot more body fat. You don't have much muscle because you don't work out. You don't work out and you're not eating enough protein. You're over consuming. So number 3, not eating enough protein. Right? Number 4, over consuming carbs and fats. Do you drink alcohol? Do you drink alcohol? I gotta be taller than 2 of the 10 minutes. Yeah, what makes you do that? Because check can gets boring your daily kind of actually needs me. Yeah, I don't eat chicken every single day, right? No, so you don't drink any alcohol, Bubba. Like not a sip. But I don't care if you do, brother. I don't care if you drink Modelo's, Coronas, Johnny Walker Black. I don't care, Jameson. I don't care, Stella. I don't care. But if you don't, dude, that's really good actually. Because most people drink, bro. Barely enough. I have years, so beautiful. Perfect. Cool. Gotcha. So perfect. So Papo, right? This is what's going on, right? Yep. You don't really work out, things like that. So here's the question for you, right? I'll ask you this question. It's like, what would you say is your biggest struggle to working out? Is it number 1, you don't have structure? right? Is it number 2, you tried, but it didn't work? Number 3, you can't find, you're short on time, right? Number 4, yeah. Why? What's your biggest struggle when it comes to working out? Is it structured, knowing what to do? Is it you tried but it hasn't worked? Number 3, you're short on time and it's hard for you to find the time to do it. I have an old back and then shoulder injury. Perfect. So injuries. Okay, perfect. Injuries. Okay, beautiful. Let's help them out. Okay. Injuries. So this is what I recommend. This is what's gonna happen. Okay. All right. So if I were to coach you, right? If I were to coach you, the first thing I would do, Bubble, is we have to understand. I need you to understand something, Bubba. If you want to lose the fat here, you have to understand that 90% of fat loss is nutrition. 10% workouts. So I would ask you, okay? I would ask you this, Bubba, can you work out starting off 5 to 6 days a week for 10 minutes at home? Okay? Can you do that? Yes or no? Can you work out 5 to 6 days a week, 10 minutes at home with your body weight so we don't cause more injury to you? The goal is not to cause injury. Am I going to plan right now? You can say no. My hand itches. That means they're talking about me. Yes, I'm doing 5 minutes, 5 days a week. I'm a low gym. Okay, good. So you're already going to the gym. So you're already going to the gym. So that means you're putting more effort, 45 minutes, Bubba. So you're putting more effort into this instead of this. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Brother, this is where we're starting off for nutrition. Right? Nutrition, brother. The first thing I would say, brother, is do you know how to track? How about this? Do you have a food scale? Right? Nutrition. Do you have a food scale? Right? My hand itches. Who's talking about me? Right? Because the goal here is not just, we'll get you to lose 10 pounds. The goal is to keep the 10 pounds off. Right? No, I don't. Right? No, I don't. Okay, that's the first thing. Get a food scale. That's the first thing. Number 2 would be your macros. Right? Your macros. If you're not tracking your food right now, you're not tracking your food. You're not weighing your food out. Then what we need to do is dial in your macros, your protein, your carbs, and your fats. Okay? So this is what's going to help you lose the weight. So, for example, right? Because you're the same gym. You're already going to the gym. Your problem's not the gym. You already have a level of discipline, which is really good, right? For example, he was about 5'8", 5'9", lost 30 pounds in 70 days. Okay? He only worked out at home, so I believe you have a better advantage than him. You're working out at home. You're working out at the gym 45 minutes. That's phenomenal. Okay? But what you're missing is understanding your macros, your protein, carbs, and fats, right? Is learning how to weigh your food out. Once you learn that, but if you have the discipline to go to the gym, then you have the discipline to actually weigh your food out. You just need structure. I guarantee you when you go to the gym, you have an idea of what you're going to do, whether it's chest, back, arms, legs. Would you agree? Yeah, 100%. So for you, brother, I would even start you off at like around 125 grams, carbs at maybe 130, right? And then fats maybe anywhere between 35, right? This is where I would start you off, like just so you can start the momentum. And based on how many how consistent you can be. If you can get in 125 grams of protein, if you can get 130 grams of carbs, if you can get 135 grams of fat every day for at least 5 days, then we can change it, right? Because we change it based on your appetite. We change it based on, hey, like, was it, how do you feel? Are you hungry? All these things. But this is where I would start you off. And literally within the first 7 days, bro, 7 days, you'll lose 2 to 5 pounds, right? 2 to 5 pounds. You probably only need a month with me, right? You can follow these, or you can decide to do like a month with me. You only lose 10 pounds. What you really need is body recomposition, to be honest. Or protein, correct? You at least want 1-to-1 ratio with the protein, correct? No, wrong. Let me explain to you why. I don't go by the math. I don't go by what the charts say, right? There's a reason why I gotten people who never worked out to understand macros. People who never worked out, people who never fucking weighed their food out, people who never tracked their macros to actually follow suit. Why? Because it's not about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 1 gram of protein per how much you actually want to weigh. It's what can you do? What are you actually capable of doing? When you put your macros into these macro calculators, they're going to give you what you should be doing, but that doesn't mean you're capable of doing it. Right? 20 carbs, and my protein, 150, and my fat. Yeah, but you're eating way too many fucking carbs. Way too many fucking carbs. 21, you're never going to cut on that. On 2148, you're never going to cut on that, bro. I cut on like 1,500 calories, 1,400 calories, right? I eat way less than that, right? But disregard that. So I don't go based off these metrics. I go based off the human being, right? That's why it's called personalization. That's why it's called being the coach. It's like you are my athlete. You are my client. I need you to succeed. The computers are going to spit out a number that they think you should do. I know what you should do based on your levels. He doesn't even have a food scale, right? He doesn't have a food scale. He's never weighed out, right? He's never weighed out any of his food. So it's about small things. 260 grams protein, 20 grams, 80 grams. Yeah, so much fucking food. Hell the fuck no, dude. Exactly. 160 grams protein, 20. You know how much food that is? There's so much fucking food. 1,400 cut. Is that even healthy? Chef, go look at the fucking mirror. Is having all the gut and all the love handles even healthy for you? No. Feel me? Like, healthy. Look how I fucking speak. I have more energy than most fucking people. I'm 31 years old, bro. Healthy. Should I drop it down? Then fuck yeah, bro. Hell yeah, that's too much food, bro. That's way too many carbohydrates. Drop it down to at least 175 grams. Right? Drop it down to 175 grams. 200 something, that's too much, bro. That's what I'm trusting. And the fucking fats, right? And the fats are just too high. And the cows, fuck the cows. I don't give a fuck about calories. I don't give a fuck. Cut it down to like 175. Drop down your fats to about 50 grams. Right? You don't need that many fats. How do you calculate how much a person needs to lose weight, G? Number one, brother, I've been doing this. I've been working out for 19 years. Okay? I've worked with some of the top fucking coaches. Where's my fucking thing? Right? Where's my little planner? Number one, I've worked with some of the top coaches. I've worked with all different peoples of walks of life. Like 5'10", 6 foot, 6'1", 240 pounds, 315 pounds, 180 pounds. I've worked with so many people. I just have the experience of knowing what works with people. You know, I also take into consideration people's mindset. I've been doing this for 12 years. I've literally have been working with people for 12 years. I've had failures. I've had successes. I've learned from my failures. I've adjusted my coaching. Right? My first year of coaching people, I focused mainly on workouts. I knew a little bit about nutrition, but nowhere near what I learned now because I've hired different coaches who took me through my own nutrition path, understood more about digestion, more about like recovery, more about what proteins work best with what. So that's how I have that level of experience. A lot of people don't have that level of experience. Some guys, they're shredded, they got themselves shredded, but there's a big difference in getting yourself in shape and then getting somebody else in shape. It's two different mindsets. You know, so I've learned to be in your shoes. I've learned, that's why I can get here and speak about this with so much conviction. Because time after time after time after time, I've helped so many people. Whereas, yeah, even if you go to my website, even like past these, if you go past these, right, you'll go down to for my training app. Bro, you basically saved my life. Let's call it what it is. Diabetes, levels of blood sugar, no energy, could barely do 5 burpees. I'm a different person. It's affected my areas of my life. I put up with less bullshit. Things again. We'll go here, bro. This guy, one of my clients, he texted me. He's like, "Can I get a McFlurry?" And I asked him, "Do you want to take a back step or do you want to keep working on the discipline that's going to make you more proud of yourself?" He's like, "I'm disciplined. I'll take the second choice. I'd rather have an 8-pack." And he threw away the fucking McFlurry, right? Another client of mine, man, that video gave me goosebumps, brother. I really appreciate you. You got to take some credit too, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Thanks for your always pushing me and keeping me my mindset strong. And I have more and 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 more over and over and over and over, right? Because I've just been doing this. So when you ask me, how do you know what people need? I know what people can do, and I know what's going to get them to see progress. The goal is to get you to see progress. Within the first 7 days, you're going to lose 2 to 5 pounds without cutting out carbs and without doing cardio. And you're thinking, what the fuck is that? I lost 2 to 5 pounds without doing cardio, and still I'm eating carbs, I'm eating rice, I'm eating this. What? Yeah. And that just, it's things of experience, of life. So if you want that kind of help, go click the link in the bio and book a call. Because it makes difference if he was given meds. Damn, bro, it's faking it till he makes it. If I didn't have insomnia, I would work out a lot. If I didn't have insomnia, I would work out a lot. You have insomnia because you don't work out. I need to fucking read her comment. Lions never remember. Bro is trying to sell them out to places never been to. Okay, get to the deal. Yeah, I wasn't reading the thing. What's about? I'm the insomnia too. I fight through it. So I'm sorry too. Yeah. I'm just now seeing all the things. How long were you at 49 because I know that wasn't sustainable long term. I think like 3-4 months. That's when I looked like. That's when I was super shredded. I didn't stay there for very long. No, you're right. I wasn't there for a very long time. Let me see. I have a video. Yeah, like these were my legs when I was on. These were my legs when I was on that. And then yeah. I was about 158 pounds there. Yeah. Oh. What the fuck is Holly talking about? One more time just to see what you wrote. So you, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is me literally, yeah. I meant to, yeah, of course, bro. You're meant to fucking run and jump, right? That's like how I'm trying to get. Okay, I got to 60 and 70 easy. I'm 40 and skinny 5. Yeah, 5'7", bro. I'm 5'7", 100 and like, bro. This is me. This is me when I was 20 years old. This is me at 31. This is 11-year difference. That's an 11-year difference. Like I've maintained this. Like it's one thing getting there. It's nothing maintaining it. That's 11 years. I've been working for 19. And so like I know I have the solution to your problems. Because the thing is this. Let me put it this way. So we have to understand, right? Mathematician, not. I think a lot of practice meditation. Yeah. Used to make diet pills like coffee pills. They used to make everything, bro. Now they make peptides. Good morning, Jordan. Now they make peptides. Get in shape with peptides. Fuck off. It took me 2 hours to sleep good. Yeah. What about peptides? Fuck peptides. Peptides are just another fucking thing they're trying to sell you, right? So we have to understand this, right? How do I maintain, like, what's kept me going, right? The splash of red over the blank. Oh yeah, it's fucking beautiful. Yeah. I needed red. I wanted red. I'm like, I need fucking red. So. Okay. So you have to understand this. Okay, this is something. You understand something, okay? There's lack of confidence and there's confidence. I didn't always have confidence, okay? And what can we define confidence as? What is the lack of confidence, okay? The lack of confidence, actually, I'm on this side. It's like, right? Lack of confidence, you're afraid to make friends. Right? People. Okay? We understand this. These are all the emotions that I used to feel as well. Okay? I used to feel this way. Like, lack of confidence makes it hard to make new friends. I was growing up, it was hard for me to make friends. I didn't have confidence in myself. I felt insecure around other people. Like, you walk into a room, you feel insecure around certain people. Like, you don't really look at people in the eye. You kind of like just look around, like you don't make eye contact. You look on the floor, you kind of like put your head down, right? You're afraid to talk to girls. When I lacked confidence, I was afraid to talk to girls. I would see girls, but I wouldn't have the confidence to go and talk to them. Okay? You're intimidated by other guys. I'd walk into rooms, and because I got bullied growing up, it's like I'd walk into a room and like I would like be intimidated by guys who were taller than me, guys that were bigger than me, and so that gave me a lot of fear, right? Then we're like the feeling of not being good enough. That feeling of like you're not good enough for people. So this is what happens when you lack confidence. When you have confidence, when you are confident, right? You make friends. Right? Let me explain. Okay? You make friends. When you have confidence, you make friends. Why? Because you have better energy. Right? You have to understand it. You have better energy. When you have confidence, you have better energy. Why? Because you like yourself. That's the thing. When you're confident, you like yourself. When I started to work out, before I worked out, this is how I felt. I lacked confidence. When I started to work out, I made more friends because I felt better about myself. I felt good. I actually felt positive about myself. I didn't have this constant, I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I feel. All that negative energy that I carried was expelled the minute I started to work out and started to see results. I started to gain a sense of like liking myself. That is what confidence became with me. Right? Right? And secure about people. I felt proud around people, right? Working out made me feel proud around people because at least I had something to be proud of. Even after 1 year working, even after 3 months of working out, I finally saw some results. I remember this kid's other 12-year-old coming up to me and like, bro, like, I see that you're changing. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, here, let me show you. I showed him my perfect push-up. I showed him I was doing sit-ups, you know? So I was proud of, like, I had something to be proud of. Like, look what I have. Like, I built this body by doing these things. So insecure around people was overcome by being proud of myself. I had confidence in the thing that I built. I did something hard. I was doing something hard. I was working out. And because working out is difficult and I conquered it, and I was conquering it every day, I felt proud of myself. I wasn't being lazy, right? I was actually doing hard, right? Which made me more confident around people, right? Number 3, afraid to talk to girls. Girls started talking to me, right? Girls approached me. I can't fucking spell it. Girls approached me. People like, damn, this guy's got a 6-pack. Oh man, this guy's he's in great shape. So girls started paying attention to me. Like, I can still go up to girls, but girls started paying attention to me. Other doing what's already gone into their body, especially if prescribed certain meds, they could always get off because of what I do. That's good, Holly. So you're not a nutritionist? No, I'm not a nutritionist, brother. No, I just helped a lot of people understand nutrition, right? So confidence, this is another reason why I haven't stopped in 19 years. How have I stayed consistent? Okay, next, intimidated around other guys. I don't feel intimidated. I feel confident around other guys. So once I learned boxing, okay, I learned boxing. Once I learned wrestling, I'll never forget going to a party. And I told myself, because this is when I started doing boxing. And I went to like a house party. I was in high school. And I saw these other bigger guys. I'm like, you know what, motherfuckers? Like, because I got bullied. So anytime I went somewhere, I always was like on fight or flight mode. Like mostly flight mode because I didn't know how to fight. And so I would look around and be like, damn, like who's going to pick on me? Who's going to I'm the prey, right? I'm not the predator. I'm the fucking prey. And that's how I felt. Once I started to do boxing, once I started to do wrestling, I'll never forget walking into a house party and I would see these football players, these fucking 250 pounds. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't care. Like, if we get into a scrap, at least I know how to hold myself. At least I know how to defend myself. At least I'm not just useless, right? Defenseless. So for me, it was more learning how to defend myself than me trying just to fight random people, right? And that lowered the intimidation of walking into a room. Now I can walk into any room, doesn't matter what room it is, and feel confident with myself. But that came from learning how to fight. Right? That's why every man should learn how to fight. Yeah, stay prayed up 100%, brother. Norbert. Hello, Norbert. I see you, Norbert. I see you, Norbert, right? Next thing, not feeling good enough, right? So, I'm not just running calories, I'm running on a lean mother furnace. That's phenomenal, brother, but you're still eating too much food. Right? You're still eating too much food. Yeah, dude, I did sparring with my boxing gym. I've had 2 fucking street fights. And I've sparred. I went to Goat Shed in Miami. I went to different places. Yeah, I've sparred. Which is like getting in the ring with another guy and actually like fighting, right? So you punch in the face, punch people in the face. I've done jiu-jitsu, been choked out, armbarred so many fucking times. Yeah, every man here, if you've ever been punched in the face, you should definitely be punched in the face. You should definitely pick up something. It'll change your life. I like to do jiu-jitsu and boxing. You feel great afterwards. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Yeah, because you realize you don't die. I'm back, buddy. Showed up for a second. We should do a collab together at some point since I'm in nutrition and you carry people with that. So people with machines in a month. No, it's so interesting. I think, Holly, I think it's great, but I think we have 2 different views because the way I look at nutrition, the way you look at nutrition, right? So, but again, I have a lot of testimonials, right? Like I'm not like a certified nutritionist, but my certification comes from all the people that I've helped, right? That's the thing. I can pull up a resume of fucking people that I've helped. Those are my qualifications. To do when you get old with those tattoos, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, dude. All right. And then yeah, not feeling good enough. Okay, check this out. So when I was growing up, 14, 16, I had my 2 biggest heartbreaks. 2 girls I really liked, and they both left me for some other guy. So growing up, I always had this concept in my head, like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough, simply from the past experience that I've gone through, the pain that I went through. And so all my life, I've constantly, that's why I also became kind of a player. Because I'm like, fuck it, dude, I'm not going to get into relationships. It's just fucking painful. Like, they can leave you anytime. And so that really caused me to, like, be not a good person. Like, lie, cheat with the relationship and women in general. But then I really started to understand, like, how, like, it's always not good for you, right? And it all comes back, karmic debt, right? You all got to pay a price. And so, you know, once I started to remind myself that I am enough, that's something that I really would say to most people. It's like, I am enough. And here's the thing, you'll never be enough for the wrong person. Remember that. You will never be enough for the wrong person, but you'll always be more than enough for the right person. Okay? And if anyone ever leaves your life, cheats on you, things like that, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You understand that? Trust me. Like, that comes from somebody who's lied, who's cheated, who's left. Like, trust me, it has nothing to do with the person. It has everything to do with the person doing that. Okay? Someone leaves you, it's not about you. It sometimes might be about you. Okay? Getting hit in the nose doesn't feel good. You're telling me, bro, I have a giant nose. I have a giant target. I got hit so hard one time in the nose, I thought it fucking broke. He doesn't have any. No, but any questions? So here's the thing. When you build confidence, it builds a beautiful life. When you lack confidence, this is what you're dealing with. You're not living life to the fullest when you're lacking that confidence. Lack of confidence can also keep you, right, at a job you hate. Right? Lack of confidence is probably keeping you at a job you don't like. A lack of confidence might be keeping you in a relationship that you're not happy with. Right? Lack of confidence can be keeping you at a place that you don't want to live. Right? I've lived so many different places. I've lived in Miami. I've lived in California. I've lived in Jacksonville. I've lived in Orlando. I lived in Gainesville. I lived in West Palm Beach. I've traveled so many places around fucking Florida. I've lived in fucking California, you know? And I've never been afraid to pick up and leave. It's just like the confidence of, like, I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Right? Starting my own business. Confidence. Right? Having the confidence to start my own business. To say, fuck it, dude, I'll fucking write my own checks. That's what confidence gives you, is the belief in yourself. Confidence has allowed me to build really great relationships with different women. Confidence has allowed me to fucking get into places most people can't get into simply because of the way I approach the person. Lack of confidence is costing you more than you think, more than you know. Any questions? The way women have kept me down, but I'll take the step. 100%. You're taking the steps. I hate my dad. I hate my son. Nonetheless, I hate life. I know. I-K-N-O. Yeah, brother. Like, so if you hate everything, then you have to, number one, like, you decide, brother. Is today the day you start to learn to love your situation and make the best of it, or you continue to hate your situation, right? The one thing you can always change is the way you look and feel. And you can change that now. You knock out 15 pushes right now, you'll change the way you feel. If you feel like you're losing in life, you can turn into a winner like that. You get down, do 15 push-ups, rest. Do another 10, rest. Do another 10, rest. Before you know it, you're like fucking 35 push-ups in. You're like, motherfucker, I'm winning. Like, I just stacked the win right there. You can turn everything around in a matter of seconds. It's like, are you willing to do that or not? Yeah. And all of this is like based off discipline, man. If there's one thing that's really changed my life is discipline. It's how I stopped drinking. It's how I stopped doing, like, drugs. It's how I stopped, like, doing this, like, even pornography. You know, it's discipline. That's why I have it tattooed right here. Like, discipline is the ability to say no. And no, I'm not gonna do that because I know how it makes me feel afterwards. No, I'm not gonna eat that shit. I know it makes me feel like shit 30 minutes afterwards. No, I'm not going to fucking sleep in. I'm going to wake the fuck up early. No, I'm not going to skip that workout. I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to drink that. No, I'm not going to go out and drink. No, I'm not going to go do blow. No. The only week, brother, how many did you do yesterday? You probably did 0 push-ups yesterday. So I'm not calling you weak. I'm just calling you up. Do 15. You didn't even do any yesterday. After this live, we're all going to get fucked. Any last questions right now? Any questions? Yeah. So my thing is I build your discipline. Right? With my coaching, it's not, if you ask my clients, they don't say, oh, Alex, help me lose weight. Motherfucker, Alex changed my life. Because when you build confidence, your life changes. So many doors open for you, not because life changed, because you changed, because you got better. Life only gets better when you get better. Minimum for your heart. 40 should be minimum for your heart. 40, bro, I agree. I don't disagree with you, right? But most guys can't do 40 push-ups. Do 80 push-ups yesterday. Yeah, 100% yesterday. I ran 10 miles. 10 miles. Oh, then you're good, bro. Then what do you hate your life for, bro? You shouldn't hate your life. The fact that you can run should tell you that you're fucking blessed. It's not to my wife, yeah. Life gets better when you get, yeah, life gets better. Yeah, 100. I don't mind paying good. But we're all in the collective conscious. I was talking to someone about that. I was telling my boy TK. I'm like, bro, there's people on my TikTok live that I've helped that I've changed their life simply because I show up almost, I'm not gonna say every day. Because I show up almost every day to TikTok live, now YouTube live. I've changed people's lives. You don't think God rewards you from that? Just because you didn't pay me doesn't mean something great isn't gonna happen to me, for me. You feel me? That's the way I look at it. When you understand the laws of the universe, when you understand certain things, the law of compensation, right? Whatever you give in life has to come back. If you give good and you give and you give and you give, bro, it's the law of compensation, the law of reciprocity. So it has to come back. Same thing with negative. If you give negativity, Rihanna, sorry. When you give negativity or things like that, it's going to come back. Sergio Ramos, yeah, fucking Sergio Ramos. All right, I'll have to get off. I love you. My AirPods. My bad, Holly. So I'll leave you with this. So again, if you link in bio, right? If you go to the link in my bio, number one, you can do the macro mastery. Right. The macro mastery is simply how, right? I wasn't finished writing it down. Oh, my bad. Macro mastery, right? It's a free training. You want to understand more about macros. You want to understand how to build muscle and lose body fat and keep it sustainable. Check out the training. It's free, right? Number two, you have my podcast, right? You have the podcast, Alex Duenas Self-Mastery. Right? It's a podcast. It's all about mindset. I talk about business. Relationships, breakups. I talk about there's so many great fucking pillars of wisdom. So I talk about things that I've gone through in the past 4 years. So if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through financial hard times, if you're going through weight loss problems, if you're going through anything like that, mind or mental health issues, go check out my podcast. If you want to learn more about discipline, more about building an unbreakable mindset, check out my podcast. I love it. It'll help you out. Put my heart and soul into it. Right? Also, in the link in my bio, in my link tree, you have my one-on-one coaching. Right? You can book a call. Right? You can have a conversation with me one-on-one. We can talk about your biggest struggle, what's your biggest goal, building confidence. The whole goal is like, I want to build confidence. If you want to build confidence, if you're stuck, if you're tired of feeling insecure, if you keep struggling, if you feel like you don't have a plan that actually works for you, if you feel like you keep running around circles, over the cycles of stop, go and book a call. It's a free call. We do. You as well, Holly. Podcast, yes. Being healthy isn't everything in life. Mental health is real. Motherfucker, yeah, bro. But being healthy is part of having good mental health, brother. You have to understand that. Being healthy is part of having mental health. And the reason you probably have mental health issues if you work out is because you have a bad perspective, bro. You lack gratitude. You don't understand there's somebody out in the other country who has no idea when their fucking next meal is. Meanwhile, you have a roof over your head. You have shoes. You have 2 legs that work. You probably have food in the fridge. Like, you don't know what true pain is, bro. You don't know what real suffering is, right? So you think you have problems until you look at somebody across the world who wish they had your problems. Right? I can come here, I'm on here, and I have a level of gratitude. I just have a massive level of gratitude for my life, no matter what's happening. A bad days when my mom, my brother, my cousin, my best friend, or my dog dies. Like, that's a bad day. Other than that, there's no bad days, dude. There's bad moments. Right? There's just bad moments. And we can get back up by hitting a workout, being grateful, or helping somebody else out. Try that next time. You're feeling down, either do push-ups, either practice gratitude for 5 minutes. Don't stop saying thank you for everything you have in your life. Or go help somebody else out. That's it. And watch how everything in that moment changes. Because you take the attention off your fucking dumbass problems. And you get into action. Love y'all. Los quiero mucho. Ciao. Ciao, YouTube. Yeah, it's constantly being able to